Hey guys, everything new under the sun. It is the best time to be looking for leaks in your Airstream. I don't know if you can see that. You can certainly hear the rain on the roof. I came out here a little while earlier to check for leaks, and I thought, wouldn't that make a great video? Because I can show you real time what's going on in this camper for leaks. And kind of, I guess, a quick how-to. It seems so simple, but the best time to check for leaks is when it's raining. Now here's an obvious one. So this is a section, you can see the water dripping there. This is a section of the wall where I guess the person pulled out the window, and they replaced it with this big aluminum sheet, big massive hole, the size of a door, and it's leaking significantly. Look at that go. And I got water all the way down here. It's just streaming. I think you can see that, kind of streaming down all the way, and I've got a pool, a river, going down that way, all the way to the door. You can just see it if you follow it all the way. I mean, this is the perfect thing for rotting your frame and your floor. Now here's another problem spot. I have water buildup here, right in the gutter, in the black line there. I can't point because I'm holding this up, but this is all soaking wet, and that's overflowing with water. Let's see if I can get a close-up. Yeah, you see that sheen there? Well, you saw the water drip there. And it is just, it's pooling right there. Again, you can't really see it due to the contrast, but it is now pooling down there. There, you can see there's a pool of water just under there where it's dripping, and that's eventually going to go into the floor. I did check. This is a great time to check your skylights. This skylight does not have a drip on it anywhere, so this is good. This, of course, is a brand new skylight I put in. Step over my river of water on the floor there. This is where you can now check your windows. Check all the windows. See if there's any water coming in anywhere there. In this case, this is good. The other thing you want to check is your roof vent. So here's the oven roof vent. Is there any water coming in there? I don't see any. I think the water shield is still good. The cover there. So that's good, except for like kind of the worst blowing gusty wind conditions. These two windows are good. I came in and I looked at these. Of course, you come out when it's raining the hardest, because obviously that's when you're going to see any problems. Now, I thought I saw some water there. You can see some water on the screen. That's, I think, because it's kind of splashing and the wind is blowing up through this, because it's kind of blowing over this way. I don't see any actual water on the sill, so I don't think any water is actually coming in. Although that will be splashing a little bit, just kind of making stuff damp that would be here. So you'd want to close that generally. I'll probably wind that down just a bit. On a rainy day, there's always subjects, there's always new videos that you can make, because a rainy day kind of shifts everything. So now another thing I have is up here. These are a couple of the exhaust vents for the plumbing, and these are both closed off, and I think they're either covered, as in the case where you see that expanding foam. I think that one's just covered. I don't see, well, I see a little glistening in there. I'll have to go up and check those, and I don't see any direct water on the other one, but after the rainfall I'll have to go outside and give that a good check. The other place is these outlets. If somehow water's getting down in the skin, you might see water coming out there, and that would be bad, obviously. Now in this camper, I've also got a drip going on here. See, I got a little river of water. I think this is coming from, let's see, where are we here? This here, I think the furnace used to be here. Furnace or hot water tank? Hot water tank maybe. And they put on this piece of aluminum on the outside, and I think that seal is broken. Either that or the actual skin seal on the outside is broken. And you can see it dripping there. There you see a drop right in the center. And I'm not sure where that's coming from. So again, I'm going to have to go. I don't see it coming up the spline here. Or wait a minute. Yes, I do. Look at that. I see it coming under. Let's see. Let me zoom in here. I see it coming under that that fold in the aluminum. So it looks like it's coming straight down there. Oops, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's hard to make it out, but I do see water coming in there. So I've got an issue coming up here. I've got some separation of the skin there. Okay, so actually maybe it's coming in there, because there's another vent there on the outside, and I bet you it's coming through the top of that vent. I don't see it through the bottom, but it's got it getting on the inside of the skin and probably dripping all the way down over top and coming out the split there. I think you can see that, so I think that's where that's coming from. So that's another one. What are we at? 3, 4, 5? I've got another river of water down here. Now I haven't figured out where this one's coming from, apart from this hole here. And of course, you just let this go on, and every rain it leaks, you're going to have all sorts of trouble. I'll get better light on that. You can just see it dripping. So again, and that's dripping fast, and you can see I got a river of water, and thankfully, I guess, it's going down the crack, and that should lead outside, basically. This is all pressure treated or treated plywood underneath, plus a good thick layer of porch paint. So that should keep a lot of the water out of it. But that being said, it doesn't matter. You give enough time and water, and it's going to cause some damage. So I don't know where this is coming from, and this could be coming. I haven't. It's not coming in. Like this is the fresh water pipe from outside, but it's not dripping through that. I cannot see where that water's coming from. Strange. Regardless, I'm going to have to take a look at all the seals in the back there and do something about them. I just noticed is that a red light or something? Self-destruct button? I don't know what that is. What is that? That looks like a little LED light or incandescent light or something. I wonder if that's a black tank light. Anyways, the other place, of course, is this is the back window. I don't see any leaks there. You can see. Can you see? Well, you can see the water kind of dripping a little bit. There's also a film on the window. I don't know what that is. It was tinting at one point. It's all flaking off. I don't see any issues around there, but I have some major issues elsewhere. If we were sleeping in here, thankfully there's not enough water coming in that you'd be getting wet at night. But there's enough getting in that's going to damage it. Here's another vent this is a shower vent. This doesn't appear to be leaking on the inside, but again on the outside, that seal might not be good. So I'm going to have to go onto the roof and check all that. Here is the bathroom fan lid, which you can see daylight through. You can see it if I don't shine a light on it. This is one I'll be replacing in the next week or so. I've got a new 14-inch vent on order. Not a fan, just a vent, and that way, because this one opens up right now. So if it gets a strong wind, the wind will actually pick that up and open it. And that's obviously, you can see a drip there actually. That is obviously another great spot for water. You can just see a drip right in the center there. So I'll be replacing that. So I'm going to have to get some caulking and go around in here and seal all these holes. Probably for this big hole in the wall right now, I'm probably going to put some painter's tape around it. I found that the duct tape I used, I couldn't get off, and it left a gooey, gummy residue, which was miserable to get off, and I didn't even get a lot of it off. But painter's tape seems to work. It's by no ways a permanent solution, but I think for sealing that, just for now, I think that's going to be good, because I got to keep the water out of here. Like I got a river running right through here, and that in the center, that's a bolt hole. It's soaking into there. The wood under here is not pressure treated, so this is where the problem comes in. And you can just hear that water coming down there. Let's look at the skylight. So when's a good time to check your camper for leaks? When it's raining real hard. The more water the better, because the more water there is there, the more obvious any leak should be. And I've got some pretty obvious leaks. So I got that window and that section there. A couple of my vents gonna have to deal with. So all these things. And I don't want this to undo all the work I've been putting into the camper. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there for this one, guys. I thought I would just show you a short video about how I look for leaks. You know, in our campers, in any of our campers really. That's always what I've done. When it's raining hard, run out here and check for leaks. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll leave it there, and we'll see you guys in the next video. There was rot in that section already. You can see I sealed a bunch of it up, or attempted to, with some expanding foam. Really, I need to tear that out, but there's going to be probably a tongue and groove floor overlay on top of that anyways. I just got to stop the actual water from getting there in the first place. One little extra, I did plug the fridge in one more time. It is heating up the back end. And it needs to heat up so it can circulate the fluid. That's how it works. But it was not at all cooling the inside of the fridge. That means all the fluid that's in there is either drained out, or it doesn't flow anymore, basically. I think it's drained out. I think it leaked out, because I see kind of leak marks on the back of it. But I did want to give this fridge one more try to see if I get it going. And no luck, so I'll definitely be pulling this out. I don't know if you can fix it. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, I just need to pull it out. And we do have another electric little fridge cooler thing, which I can actually store permanently in here, and it would suffice for all our needs. It actually stands up vertical, just like a fridge anyways, although it's much smaller than this. So that'll at least allow me to clean all this out. And maybe I can even sell the fridge for something to somebody who maybe is looking for an old fridge, even though it's not working. So a little update for you. Alright, I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.